forward. And for the Wizards, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Bradley Beal is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Brown in at the 3 slot. Beal, second chance shot. Brown trying to free himself up. And it's Westbrook laying it in. Westbrook's got the game going here with the first basket for the Wizards. Irving passes to Allen. Opening day, Chris. In your experience, which types of teams tend to start the season well, started strong?
Two types. One, the team that has been forgotten about and left out. The team that had a disappointing season the year before, and no one knows the pain that they went through all summer long, waiting to get back to that moment. So they've been incentivized for half of a year to come back and say, wait a minute, it's our turn now. And those teams are sneaky under the radar.
A little chip on their shoulder.
And then secondly, I would say veteran teams. Teams that know what they want, teams that are focused and saying, wait a minute, we know this is a marathon. Let's take our time, warm up, and stick to the principles right away, and we'll end up in the right place later.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Hachimura, the pass to Beal. Shoots over Dinwiddie. They get it back.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
From 11 feet away, and that's off the glass and in.
So smooth in everything he does. Irving will score the ball from anywhere.
Westbrook kicks to Bryant. Beal against Dinwiddie. Here's Bryant, and it's sent back by Allen. And he recovers it. And again, Washington no good. Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Durant, the pass to Dinwiddie. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. It's good.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
For 3, Westbrook, no good. And Brooklyn will come the other way.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
Back to KD. Baseline try. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
I mean, when Durant gets a pick, he's dangerous. I mean, 7 foot tall. Who can handle it? How do you guard?
So timeout called here. The first for Washington.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Some bad shot selection as well as some bad luck. I mean, that's not going to help you score points.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Allen. He had a strong showing last season. 8th in field goal percentage and a
great guards tonight for both teams. Did you ever spend any time in the backcourt at any level when you were playing?
No, I was a ball handling forward, Kevin, and it served me well, but I was not a guard. I was a forward that could dribble and pass fairly well.
So you were ahead of your time, because that's all we see now in the NBA, right? Guards are not always bringing the ball up.
Yeah, you know, somebody just mentioned that to me, Kevin, that I was maybe a tad ahead of my time back in the late 70s.
So the Nets starting 5. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Kyrie Irving is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's LeVert in at the small forward position.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Shoots from 14. Good on the bucket.
Boy, he's getting smarter at reading these situations, guys. LeVert's basketball IQ and pick and rolls ascending.
Now, here's Westbrook. Turned in an outstanding game against New York. We play just over a minute here in the first. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots. Dinwiddie drives in.
Skilled at creating off the drive. Dinwiddie's confidence and focus when he's penetrating, superb.
Outside Westbrook. Pass to Hachimura. The shot that time, not on target. Good work defensively by KD. LeVert finds Dinwiddie. And the pass to Durant. The Nets working the ball around now. 5 to shoot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, great to see KD back on the court. That heartbreaking moment where he went down in Game 5 of the 2019 Finals. Wow, so hard, Greg, to watch.
And KD clearly gave everything he had to try and win in the finals. Warriors fans appreciate his efforts. Softened the blow as he left for the Nets. The Warriors ownership already promising to retire Durant's number up in the rafters.
The first one falls. And even after the Achilles tear for Durant in the 2019 Finals, he got a huge contract after he opted out.
Most teams felt they were willing to pay him while he rehabbed for a year. That was the case as the Nets gave him a 4-year max money deal. His next chapter is underway as he changed his number to 7.
And both free throws good for Durant.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
With some arc. That one goes in.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
Now let's find out what head coach Scott Brooks had to say to David Aldridge. D.A.?
Well, Kevin, he said they have to stick to the script, and that means getting to the rim. He said we want to use our athleticism and explosiveness to the best possible advantage. And not just tonight, but every night. And they hold the season series lead 2-0, so they must be doing something right. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. So here's Westbrook. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Pass to Hachimura. Back to Westbrook. Outside Bryant. Brown with it. From deep three-point range. And Irving pulls it down. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. Dinwiddie wide open. And it's off from three-point range. Wizards trail by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Brown, the pass to Bryant. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Durant. And here's LeVert. He can't get that one to fall. Beal from long range. And it's Durant with the rebound. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Passes to Irving. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
Here's Hachimura. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And when Hachimura is looking to score, it sometimes forces the D to get aggressive. Love the energy.
And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect. Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the 3-ball in his last year of college, hitting over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor.
Take a break.
He is really versatile.
2 shots.
And I feel like he's putting it all together.
And that one falls for Hachimura. On opening night, Clark, both teams would love to start off, obviously, on a winning note.
Without question, I mean, setting that winning tone, gaining that confidence that comes from winning, and they all count. Wins today are just as important as wins that you get in March and April.
And it's tied up with that one.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Dinwiddie passes to LeVert. And he dunks it down.
Yeah, the easy hoop assisted by Allen that time. He's developed a nice passing game.
Outside, Beal. Now Westbrook. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. The kick out to Bryant. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Now here's Dinwiddie. 23 points for him the last game against the Warriors in San Francisco.
Boy, he was piling up those assists in that one. I mean, every pass seemed to be on time and on target.
Here's Westbrook. Spencer Dinwiddie picking up that last basket. Westbrook kicks to Beal. A 3-ball. Kept alive by Washington. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
And checking out the numbers for Durant. Great showing for him last season. Putting up about 26 points per, 6 assists and 6 rebounds. And he was their top scorer throughout last season.
Well, his teammates knew whenever they really needed a basket, just look his way. Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Hachimura.
And although he started playing the game later in life, Hachimura has picked it up well, and exciting young player to watch.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And a great track record in the draft for the Nets. Karis LeVert selected with the 20th pick, and Jared Allen taken at 22.
And you might want to throw in guys too. Rodion Kurucs, the 40th pick in 2018, had a big impact, even participated in the Rising Stars Challenge. And, you know, sometimes you got to make your own breaks, make your own good fortune, and that's exactly what the Nets have done.
And here's Westbrook following the 3 from Kevin Durant. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Westbrook with the bucket.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Allen dishes to Irving. Nets passing it around. KD with the bucket.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Pass to Beal. There's the triple. Nailed from three-point land.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Dinwiddie. KD looking around. From 13, here's Allen. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And that one's good. Westbrook.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
Beal against Dinwiddie. Irving kicks to Allen. Back to Irving. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Now here's Beal. He's coming off a 40-point game against New York.
Boy, he was piling up those assists in that one. I mean, every pass seemed to be on time and on target.
Here's Irving after the made shot from Bradley Beal. Irving kicks to KD. The three. Shot clock reset for the Nets.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Outside Westbrook. Here's Beal. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Nobody near Irving. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. Irving's got 5 now.
I love the three-point shooting of Irving. Excellent at dialing it in from deep, and you've got to respect his range.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
Boy, I covered Jared Allen in college, and you look at the physical profile he's got. 7.5-foot wingspan, big hands, explosive, really good athlete. And he's got all the tools and an upside without limits.
And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Wagner, he's checked in for Bryant. Davis Bertans comes in for Hachimura. Smith checked in for Troy Brown. And it's Napier in for Russell Westbrook. Then for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jared Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Karis LeVert. And Harris subbed in for Dinwiddie. Now the pass to Smith. Launches it. Sinks the three-pointer. You were talking, Clark, about Allen's length and leaping ability. He's dangerous around the rim.
Boy, he sure is, guys. Still developing his skill game, but he's already more than serviceable at the offensive end of the floor. And we know he's a rim protector defensively. Good feet, gets up and down, has a nice touch and good hands. Boy, this guy is going to be some kind of player going forward.
Here's Bertans following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Here's Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
And when Irving is feeling it, he's untouchable. A prime-time scorer who can spot up as well as create for himself.
Now, here's Napier. He picked up 21 points in their last win against New York.
Boy, he was piling up those assists in that one. I mean, every pass seemed to be on time and on target. You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Prince's shot is good.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Wizards trail by 6. Here's Napier. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Great D that time from Irving. Trying to find Durant. He's got it now.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
Pass to Bertans. Kicks it to Napier. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul. Wilson Chandler's checked in for the Nets. Now, here's Bertans. 11-point game his last outing. Wagner passes to Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They need this. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Boy, I like the fact that Smith is a very solid shooter from mid-range. His teammates are confident with him from that spot.
Pass to Jordan. Harris against Smith. Out to Chandler. Puts up a 3. The shot misses. Now Washington takes it the other way. Inside, Wagner. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And now it's just a 4-point Nets lead.
you talk about passing. Smith is one of the best in the game in that aspect. An incredible distributor.
Pass to Jordan. The Nets working the ball around now. On the wing, Harris. Covered by Smith. Back to Harris. Over Smith. Washington with the rebound.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Rejected by Harris. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. Mahinmi's checked in for Bradley Beal. .29 seconds left in the first. Napier passes to Wagner. Now, here's Bertans. No good on the triple. It's Prince on the wing. Bertans defending. Prince dishes to Chandler. Harris kicks to Irving. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
That's good from Irving. Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. Here's Napier. Fires the three. That one doesn't drop. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Brooklyn Nets. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. Back right after this. One of the league's best point guards, Kyrie Irving, had this to say about his competition.
2011, I came into a league where the point guard position was still being revolutionized, and now guys are solidifying that spot every single year. There are young guys coming in, but now we have established point guards that are franchise-changing point guards. And for me, having that competitive drive every single game, I know I'm going against an elite point guard every single game. So I think that now coming into the league is a lot different than it was before.
Some say, Greg, a golden age at the point guard position.
Yeah, and Irving right there with the best of them. He embraces the challenge.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So, the Wizards 5 right now. Wagner out there with Mahinmi. Then there's Shabazz Napier. Then there's Ish Smith. And it's Bertans in at the 3 spot. He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. Now, he doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. The shot's good from Irving. Irving's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
Wagner passes to Napier. To the inside. No good on the shot. Jordan with some nice D. Prince wide open. That 3 off the mark. Wizards have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter.
And season 4 for Coach Kenny Atkinson with the Nets. You got to be impressed with the job he's done in Brooklyn.
Yeah, you know, Kenny is a hard worker. He's a bit of a grinder if you were trying to term what category he might fit into. And you see that in his team. And, you know, he admits it. He's getting better just like his players are. And that's a great statement because we're all hopefully getting better as we move forward.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Nets.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half. And pro move there, finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
You know, your assumption would be that he'd be at a big disadvantage in that matchup, but you'd be assuming wrong.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. A lot of different ways, Clark, to construct a roster. What would be your preference as a general manager? Any direction you might want to go?
Well, obviously, if you have an opportunity to get an outstanding franchise-type point guard or versatile wing player in today's game, I think those are the pieces that you really need to start with.
Because there's so much spacing and so much switching on defense.
Exactly, and I failed to mention a two-way player at that wing spot who can defend multiple positions but also has a pretty strong offensive skill set.
For the Wizards, Brown comes in for Mo Wagner, and Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Smith. And the Nets also making a change. Temple's checked in. Mahimi finds Brown. Westbrook scanning the floor. The pass to Mahimi. Now Bertans. Shot clock at 5. Over Chandler. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Irving. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Temple, and that one is good.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And last season, he made good on about 3 out of every 4 free throw attempts. And last time I checked, I think that's 75%.
Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for Washington. Hachimura comes in for Shabazz Napier. The Nets also changing it up. Jared Allen's checked in for Jordan. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Prince. Mark, the relationship between referees and players reaching a fever pitch. What can be done to smooth those waters and mend those fences?
Well, I think first and foremost, players have to give. Both sides have to give in this equation, but I think it's incumbent upon the players to accept and respect the position of the officials, and the officials have to also be willing to engage in interacting well with the players. It's a two-way street, but I think most of that is on the players because they have to control how they respond to officials more than officials have to respond to the play.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
It's the Nets now after the basket by Washington. Here's Irving. Allen trying to break free. Irving can't get it to go.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative and make something happen.
And how about the terrific use of the crossover there to just throw the defender off balance.
Dinwiddie outside. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Well, you know, this is what makes Dinwiddie so dangerous, guys. His shot preparation makes him ready to shoot as soon as he catches it.
For 3, Westbrook. Chandler with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 10. Irving, a good look. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
For 3, Westbrook. Brooklyn with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Passes it to Irving. Here's Allen. Banked in off the glass. And the Nets lead by 14.
Boy, you see the hustle from Allen there, guys, and his relentlessness and the mindset to keep at it really allows him to gobble up those offensive boards.
Now here's Brown. 9 points last game out. Down low. Here's Bryant. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And I look back at his numbers from the free throw line last year, 78%, so not too bad.
And Washington making a change here. Beal's checked in. Then for the Nets, Durant comes in for Wilson Chandler. And it's LeVert in for Kyrie Irving. The free throw drops for Bryant. And so it's Brooklyn with it. They lead by 11. Dinwiddie outside. Pass to KD. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. KD's got 15 points.
Man, he gets it done in bunches, does Durant. He's a superb scorer. You've just got to marvel at his greatness.
Westbrook, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Westbrook, following the bucket by the Nets. The pass to Hachimura. From 13, connects, the jumper drops. 8 points for him.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Durant, no good. Wizards trail by 13. Brown with it. 6 points for him. Dinwiddie with the steal. They've got the 5-on-3 advantage. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Dinwiddie.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And at 6'6", Spencer Dinwiddie's tall for a point guard, but Clark, despite his size, very slippery off the dribble.
Yeah, he's ill-like when you talk about him off the dribble, guys. I mean, excellent change of pace, and he's got a quick first step. And once he gets in the lane, his size helps him be a good finisher.
Washington's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Here's Hachimura, guarded by KD. No problems knocking that one down. That's 10 points for Russell Westbrook.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Durant, that one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 6 assists now in the game. For the Nets, they come into this one following a loss to Golden State. Pass to Beal. Here's Bryant. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Bryant's got 5 points in the quarter.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Dinwiddie against Beal. Goes up on the wing, and that one hits back iron. Wizards trail by 15. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Well, Dee and I are sitting here watching this game, broadcasting the game. There are a lot of times that the fans can't see how emotionally charged up you are over some of the things you see on the floor, good and bad.
Hey, I love great basketball. Excellent passing, tremendous hustle, creativity on your moves. One of the things that really excites me, though, is to see the ball pop and end up in a three-point shooter's hands, and he's able to knock one down because the crowd is able to follow that ball, and the anticipation just kind of rises as it gets to the designated shooter. I love guys going after rebounds on the offensive glass.
That's a great example about the three-point shot, though, Clark. I love that. It's terrific. Dinwiddie's shot is off. The Wizards shooting 53% in the second quarter. Good ball movement, yielding good looks.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. And once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Here's Temple. Stripped it away. In transition, here come the Wizards. Here's Hachimura. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. The wide open look for Durant. They can't stop the run with that one. Here's Hachimura. He picked up 12 points in their last win against New York. Here's Bryant. The shot, no good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin. LeVert, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Yeah, you know what? Dinwiddie is very dependable at serving his teammates on the court. Seems like a natural leader.
Here's Westbrook. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's KD. And KD throws it down.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's Westbrook. 12 points for him. Here's Wagner. Bryant trying to free himself up. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Wagner. Lobbed up there for KD.
And that lob came from a mile away, and it was right on the money.
Talk about a long-distance connection.
I want to talk about those incredibly soft suction cup hands there, not only to make the catch, but to lay it in, too.
Hachimura the pass to Wagner. 6 to shoot. Let's go. And it's Westbrook missing.
Well, you know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
Temple dishes to Allen. A nice shot by LeVert. LeVert's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, you can see the confidence level LeVert has by how often he hunts for his shot, especially from there.
And here is Beal. 8 points for him. Over Temple. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And that's 10 points for Beal.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And so it's Brooklyn with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
So I come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. The guys are in a great rhythm when we have a great tempo. So just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 25 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
The consistency of Kevin Durant, it's remarkable. He gives you everything you could ask for on the offensive end. Prolific, efficient, and he does it night in and night out.
And over to Shaq, your take on the Wizards.
They relied way too heavily on the three-point shot in the first half. Their long-range game was off. That's my off sound, Ernie. They were off. But they still settle for the outside shots. They got to put more pressure on the defense by pounding it inside and attacking the basket.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Brooklyn leading by 14. Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Spencer Dinwiddie out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's LeVert in at the small forward. They get it again. Allen, that's good. Allen's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for Brooklyn. So here's Westbrook. He tries for 3. Here's Hachimura. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Here are the top distributors from last season. These guys always seem to find the open man. Russell Westbrook, number 1.
And it was the kind of season that he'd like to repeat over and over. Nobody was better at creating easy baskets for their teammates.
And he makes the first. And Clark, throughout your NBA career, you always wore number 33. How'd you end up picking that number?
Well, it goes back to my idolization of Lou Alcindor at the time, who is now known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was the first big, graceful guy I saw do a little bit of everything in his days at UCLA, and then I digested all kinds of books and stories about him and just really admired his work on and off the court. Because he wore 33, I chose 33.
Now here's Dinwiddie. He kicks to KD. Shoots from 14. That one a little long. Wizards trail by 14. Westbrook passes to Beal. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
And that one's good, Irving.
And he's done this so much that we almost take Kyrie for granted. Let's take tonight to appreciate what a special player he is.
Here's Hachimura. He's got 10. Sweet little floater. Hachimura's got 12.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 17 points was their biggest margin. Allen surveying the D. The dish to KD. Rebounded by the Wizards. Bryant's got 7 rebounds in the game. From the corner. And it comes off the front of the rim.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Dinwiddie left side. Over Westbrook. Here's Allen. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Well, I love the mindset of Allen there. I mean, when he gets the ball in that spot, he's very aggressive.
outside Westbrook. Here's Hachimura, defended by Durant, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you can see what makes Hachimura a tough cover. He can beat you with finesse, and also he can bring the hard hat.
He's gone 6 of 6 from the free throw line. And that one falls for Hachimura. So for the Wizards, Davis Bertans checks in for Thomas Bryant. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Harris is checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Nets leading by 14. To the paint. Here's KD. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Durant's got 27.
Yeah, you look at the way Kevin Durant releases it so high. Makes it hard to block, which is why he's such an efficient inside scorer.
Now here's Beal. He's got 10.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
It's blocked, and they get it back. Allen passes to Durant. And they have their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Here's Hachimura. The second chance effort, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul goes against Brooklyn. This will make 5 trips now to the free throw line for him tonight.
And how about the job he's done at the free throw line?
Been tremendous, Greg. I mean, both in terms of getting to the stripe and then knocking him down once he's there.
The first free throw is good. Is Smith. He's checked in for the Wizards. The Nets also changing it up. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Durant, and it's Prince in for Dinwiddie. And he makes both free throws.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Now here is Harris. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. It's good.
You know, with Harris, if you're open, he's going to make sure he finds you.
Wizards trail by 16.
And he might not be a household name just yet, but Joe Harris is one of the game's true dead-eye marksmen. You can make the case he's the most underrated shooter in the league.
Smith against Harris. The 3 from Bertans knocks down the 3 ball. Bertans got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Outside Irving. Got a hand on it.
And that's a welcome sign for sure. Hachimura demonstrating a willingness to want to improve as a defender.
Now here's Brown. 6 points for him. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Hachimura. Nets shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. Maybe not the most famous beard in the league, but Joe Harris's beard last year, Greg, drawing some notice in the NBA.
The lumberjack look belying his feathery touch. Good size and strength, enabling him to play the small forward position when needed. All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Take a break.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
Free throw good, Jordan.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
Mahimi's checked in for Brown. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Brooklyn. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Wizards trail by 13. Now Smith. He's got 7. Here's Hachimura over Jordan. Again, the Wizards good for 2.
Understanding how to burn the defense in those sets. Hachimura doesn't rush anything. Lets the play develop naturally.
Now, here is Irving. 21 points in the game. Nifty move. And that's going to be a travel. These are the players who had the most success from deep last season. Take a look at Harris. He's absolutely deadly from outside.
And getting that spot at the top of the list was such a huge accomplishment. What a year it was for him from behind the arc.
Passes to Mahimi. Here's Hachimura. Guarded by Prince. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Hachimura.
And showing some toughness on that take. Hachimura, these kinds of buckets can energize a team.
Now here is Harris. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Smith against Irving. Rebound by the Wizards. Now here is Smith. Napier with it. Pass to Hachimura. Mahimi against Prince. Just 5 on the clock. The shot by Mahimi, no good. Nets leading by 9. And here is Prince. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And a 4-year player at Baylor, Taurean Prince, something of a surprise lottery pick back in 2016. But, Greg, he's become a very valuable player.
You know, he's one of those two-way power wings that it seems every team wants. A dependable three-point marksman who holds his own defensively.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Prince. The Wizards making a switch here. Wagner's checked in. And both free throws good for Prince.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Nets leading by 11. Here's Irving. And the layup's good off the glass. Irving's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, you know, you got to appreciate the speed of Kyrie Irving. I mean, incredible at finding different ways to get to the basket, and he is not afraid of anybody.
Now, here's Bertans. Napier feeling it out a bit, and he lobs it up toward the rim. Chandler with the steal. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break.
A dependable passer. Chandler doesn't just look to score. I mean, he's also good at finding his open teammates.
Wizards have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Smith dishes to Mahimi, and Jordan sends it back.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Now here is Smith. He has 7. The putback. And let's see what the Nets have coming up. On Friday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Sunday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Sacramento Kings. And the Nets making a change here. Temple's checked in. Left side, Jordan. Back to Irving.
Screen coming.
There's the pass to Prince. 4 on the clock. Over Mahinmi. Again, the Nets for 2.
Timeout. In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
It sure is, Greg. It might be the strongest aspect of their offense here.
Washington calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
And checking out some numbers for Irving, coming off a terrific season. 11th in assists, 13th in steals, and he ranked in the top 15 in points per game, one of the league's premier offensive threats.
And he was the consummate playmaker last season. Completely unselfish, always had his head up, looking for the open man. Now, here's Mahinmi. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Wagner, guarded by Prince. Pass to Bertans. To end the drought. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Temple, covered by Smith. And Temple kicks to Irving.
Come get it, come get it.
For the 3. Rebound by Mahinmi. Mahimi's got his 4th rebound in this one.
You know, after connecting on 1 3-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
Passes it to Wagner.
Go over it.
Back to Napier. Launches a 3. Jordan with the rebound.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Now here is Harris. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. It's blocked. Now, here's Bertans, guarded by Jordan. Bertans, the pass to Smith. Pass to Mahinmi. Kicks it to Napier. There's the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Napier's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now, here is Irving. Tight defense on him. The tray. Rebounded by the Wizards. Now Napier. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got 11 rebounds in the game. Harris finds Irving. Here's Temple. Back to Irving. Pulls up on the wing, and he gets it to go. Irving's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. for the Wizards. Bryant is checked in for Mahinmi. Bradley Beal comes in for Davis Bertans. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Smith. And then for Brooklyn, Durant's checked in for Joe Harris. Karis LeVert comes in for Garrett Temple. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Now here's Beal. He's got 10. The Wizards with another miss. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Dinwiddie passes to Jordan. 52 seconds left in the third quarter. Goes back up. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Brown is checked in for Shabazz Napier. So he gets them both. There's 47 seconds left to play in the third. Durant against Westbrook. And it's sent back by KD.
And Durant isn't just a powerhouse on offense. He also has a great sense of timing for when to block shots.
The Nets making a switch here. Allen's checked in.
Hey, Russell, get up. He's free.
There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Bryant. Just 5 to shoot. He kicks it to Westbrook. Tries a 3. And Thomas Bryant gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Dinwiddie against Westbrook. Dinwiddie passes to KD. Good work defensively by Bryant.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
And it's Westbrook missing. 1 second left. The shot will not fall. And so it's Brooklyn controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We come back right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Wizards trail by 20. Bradley Beal is out there with Russell Westbrook. Then there's Brown, and there's Bryant, and it's Wagner in at the 4. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Dinwiddie with the steal. Lobbed up there for Durant. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, so often we see this, transition buckets off turnovers.
And we know turnovers are painful and costly. You get loose with the ball on one end and get punished on the other end.
Drops in the layup for 2. 14 points for Russell Westbrook.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
Screen.
Westbrook against Dinwiddie. Here's LeVert. Prince outside. Clock at 6. And Thomas Bryant gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his third foul so far. Last season, the NBA announcing the launch of a league in Africa, along with FIBA. Clark, what do you think of that move?
I think it's another example, Kevin, of the globalization of the game and the NBA's intentional, purposeful way of expanding and continuing to grow the game for the sake of the business of basketball, which is a game that obviously you and I love.
And Clark, we see so many foreign players come into the NBA and play well. Not just play, but play well.
Yeah, and not just Africa, although
right.
a number of players from Africa, but a number of different countries have signed on. It could make for a more exciting league. You know, this has been a totally different half for him. He definitely looks more comfortable now, guys.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Hachimura, he's checked in for the Wizards. Irving's checked in for Brooklyn. Nets leading by 22. The pass to LeVert to the inside. Here's Allen, and then Allen slams it in.
Boy, LeVert's showing you his unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open, he loves getting you the ball.
The shot's good from Westbrook. Westbrook's got 4 this quarter.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Bryant comes with the double team. LeVert with a wide open look. Off target with his 3. And so Brown will bring it up for the Wizards. And there's the call on Durant. And that'll be his third foul so far. Clark, we hear a lot about the young basketball players in this country, the good ones playing in the AAU system. Is that the best way to develop talent for the NBA?
It's one of the better ways because the competition level is quite good across regions and throughout the country with these AAU teams. I think there's some great AAU programs and some tremendous benefits to participating in AAU basketball. Some things are better than others with it, but overall, I think it's pretty solid.
It's the Nets now, following the bucket by the Wizards. LeVert from outside. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Nets leading by 23. Lays it up and banks it in. Irving's got 27.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And it's sent back by Allen.
Don't challenge him. Get that out of here. Allen's almost 7 feet now. He's got excellent timing and good bounce. An elite scorer, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
The Wizards have gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. And here's Westbrook from the arc. And another miss by Washington.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And then Durant with the jam.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Now here's Beal. Pass to Westbrook to stop the run. It doesn't go for him. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. LeVert the pass to Durant. And KD throws it down.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
And he comes up with the deuce. He's got 24.
And the scary thing is, Hachimura is going to keep getting better. Games like this prove how special he can be.
Now here's Dinwiddie. 11 feet away, and it's LeVert missing. Washington's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Westbrook, no good.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half started. It's not even been a factor.
Durant kicks to Irving. Mark, the max contract didn't exist when you were playing. Is it something that should be up for debate?
Well, it's a function of the economics of the league now, and in theory, there's some reasons why you have max contracts, because a guy has earned that opportunity, a way to keep a star player or a max contract player with the same team, I think is part of the reasoning behind it. I mean, debating it and talking about it is probably something that makes some sense. If you're thinking about getting rid of it, I'm not so sure.
Wizards on D. Here's Claxton. The Zekniks with the rebound. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Back to Matthews. 6 on the shot clock. Beal, that's for 2. And Irving pulls it down. Irving's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Claxton. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Here's Hachimura. Count it. Hachimura's got 4 this quarter.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there. Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
The Wizards have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the 4th quarter. Payton passes to Zekniks. Dishes it to Beal. Looking to get back on track here. That shot misses. The Nets go the other way with it.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Here's Beal after the basket by Brooklyn. Goes up at the stripe. And that is no good. Now shooting 8 for 12 from the floor. Musa passes to Karuch. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Now here's Beal. And he uses the glass on the layup. And here are the Nets. They're on a 19-6 run. Irving passes to Karuch. And he banks in the layup.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Now here's Beal. Here's Hachimura. Clark, there are strong divisions and there are weak divisions. The NBA might be considering removing divisions altogether and having only 2 conferences. What do you think?
You know, that's interesting. I like the divisions because that's what we've been accustomed to, but just having straight conferences, I wouldn't see much harm in that. You'd adjust the schedule accordingly in terms of how many games you play within the conference and how many times each opponent, but I think that could work.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. Miami's checked in for the Wizards. Ish Smith comes in for Beal. Both free throws good for Irving.
Get open, get open.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Washington. Makes it off the glass.
Nice to watch Smith get physical on offense. Nothing gets in this guy's way. Plays with a very determined attitude.
Passes it to Irving. That's tipped. Pass to Claxton. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Musa. And the Nets miss again.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
Smith. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And now a chance to see the former Demon Deacon Ish Smith in action. It has been in the league for a while now and played for several teams, and he's a veteran through and through.
First free throw is good. And when you have Ish Smith on your team, you know he's going to give you scoring off the bench.
And Smith not exactly great at any one thing, but the whole package is solid for a reserve. As long as you can make the right decision and just run the offense, that'll get you pretty far in this league.
Taurean Prince, he's checked in for the Nets. Spencer Dinwiddie comes in for Kyrie Irving. Clark, should the NBA consider widening the court to even out the value of those corner threes?
You know, that wouldn't be a bad idea, Kevin. But I also like the fact that there's a deep three at the top and on the wing. And then you've got a little shorter three if you can get to that corner. Widening the lane to make that three more in line or symmetrical with the deep three at the top. I kind of like having a short corner three.
I agree with you. Here's Smith. Feeds it to Mahinmi. And it's blocked. Dinwiddie with it. Now the pass to Musa. Kicks it to Dinwiddie. 1:43 left here in the fourth quarter. The teardrop falls in.
Dinwiddie can hit defenders with floaters and a lot more. He's got a full arsenal and showing you that offensive creativity there.
Smith the pass to Besekniks. Back to Smith. Dinwiddie with some nice D. Brooklyn's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Brooklyn.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
Really a big-time win for these guys. They lost their first 2 games of the year to this team, so they won't be in danger of getting swept when they meet for the 4th time.
And you got to believe that's important, Greg. I mean, it's one thing to lose both games of an interconference series. It's a whole different story losing all 4 games to a team from your own conference.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Kyrie Irving.
Well, I thought he was their catalyst tonight, guys. Moving the rock, actively looking to set other guys up. Outstanding work.
No good on that one. Wizards making a switch here. Brown's checked in. And the second free throw, good. On offense, here are the Wizards. Payton dishes to Brown. And he can't stop the run as he misses. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Pass to Musa. Now Prince. He's covered by Brown. Prince kicks to Dinwiddie. Pass to Karuch. Here's Claxton. Clock at 4. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Here's Pozekniks. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up.